Hi, my name's Stuart and this is Scotland FX. Thanks very much for joining me on today's video. Now, a quick recap for those who saw yesterday's video. We've actually got one new subscriber from that video, so you know who you are. Thank you very much. Yesterday's video has had about 60 views, just over. Yep, 62 views, so still quite small. If you haven't seen it, I suggest go back and see it before you watch this video. Basically, in yesterday's video, I was talking about the fact that I was doing the FTMO Demo Account, not the challenge yet, the Demo Account, and it was going really, really well with my trading strategy, which I outlaid entirely in yesterday's video. Very simple strategy, but proving very, very effective. Let me pull up the metrics for that Demo Account. Traded it again today. Today I had a, let's go to the correct screen. Nice trade, 462.95 in profit. We can see that here. You can see out of the last 8 days, in total that's been 11 trades and only one loser. 11 trades, one loser, one small loser, $123. The rest have been nice winners. $2,000, $550, $100, $850, $200, $150 thereabouts, $340, $450, $257, and today $471.95. Right, so it's going well. I mean, obviously the target with FTMO, if you don't know, the target with FTMO Demo Account, anyone can get a Demo Account, you don't have to pay. I've had lots and lots of Demo Accounts to fine tune my strategy, and that's how we do it. Let me shoot back to the client area here. You can see here all these Demo Accounts I've been doing to basically try and try out different strategies. Some are winners, some are losers, some are non-starters. So you can take these demo accounts, absolutely no problem, and try your strategy for free. Why not? And see if you've got what it takes to pass the FTMO challenge. So in the trial account or demo account, it's active for 10 days, but you've got to trade for a minimum of 5 of them. As you see, I've done 8, so that's passed. You're allowed the maximum daily loss. This is a 50k demo account. I've just got a demo account. 50k demo account. They wanted you to have no more than a maximum loss of 2,500, so that would be 5%. Max daily loss 5,000, i.e. 10%, and they only were looking for a profit factor of 5%, i.e. $2,500. I didn't stop there though. I'd done that pretty much on the second day. What I was trying to do is see with the new strategy that I talked about in yesterday's video, whether or not if it wasn't a demo account but actually a challenge account, if it was a 50k challenge account, could I basically get to the 10%, because normally a challenge account, that would be profit target would be, on a 50k account would be 5,000, 10%. So I wanted to keep going on that to see if I could just gradually, a nice equity curve, you see there's a beautiful equity curve on this, whether or not my strategy could have the consistency required just to steadily grow this 50k demo account up by at least 10%. That's what I wanted to do. Could I grow it by 10%? I know I was only looking for 5%, then a minimum of 5 trading days. I says, well, what if it was a challenge account? It'd be a minimum of 10 trading days, and they'd want 10%, i.e. $5,000 profit to pass the challenge. So I was treating it like a challenge account, although it was only a demo account. And as you can see, in 8 trading days, I've actually broke 10% now. I've $5,175.25. So I've not just got the 5% that they were looking for, I'm actually over 10%. So more than doubled what was required of the demo account, but certainly succeeding what would have been required if this in fact had been FTMO challenge, 50k challenge. So what I wanted to see was whether or not my strategy warranted me to buy into a challenge account. Now, as I said yesterday, the challenge accounts you have to pay for. Obviously, if you pass the challenge, as I've just verified, you then specified, I should say, you then have a verification account, which is very much like this one then, but a minimum trading days, and they are only looking for 5%, and a minimum of 10 trading days, and you're allowed up to 22 trading days, i.e. one calendar, no, in fact that's 2 calendar months, so you get double the time, which would be roughly 44 trading days to do 5%, which of course, unless you go mental and change everything up, if you've passed the verification, should be no reason, the challenges, should be no reason you don't pass the verification. So in saying that, that satisfied my own belief system that my strategy psychology and ethos behind trading was now at a place where I felt I could pass the FTMO challenge. Now, money being tight, I've been on lockdown for over 3 months now. I was back to work before that for 2 months, and prior to that, I was in lockdown for 6 months. So I'm basically in a year, I've worked 2 months. So, you know, I am living, you know, on bread and butter, so to speak. I didn't think I'd be able to afford a 50k challenge account. I was looking at either the 10k challenge account or the 25k. Now, I decided not to go for the 10, although it was a cheaper option. It would just, even if you pass, just so you spent, you know, you can pass that in 10 days, verification in 10 days. So 20 days from now, 20 trading days from now, you could be, you know, you could actually have passed the challenge and have a live trading account. But with 10,000, yes, you could make some extra money, but you were never going to make a living off that. So you were going to have to perhaps do another challenge and then pass that and another challenge, etc. Or, you know, and just try and grow up these accounts, multiply your accounts up to get to a reasonable balance. So I thought, well, I'm definitely going to go for the 25. But then when I actually looked at the price difference between the 25 and the 50, I live in Scotland, so here in the UK, it was only £80 more to go for the 50k compared to going for the 25k. So although that has made things pretty tight for me, I ain't gonna lie, I've spent the money. It was nearly £300, and I've bought into the 50k challenge, which yesterday I didn't think I would, though I got a little bit of money in today from some fractional shares that I sold, and that just gave me enough to be able to do that and not worry about putting food on the table. So I actually bought the 50k challenge account today, and in fact I have taken my first trade. Now let's have a quick look. We'll go back to the client area, and I will show you. So this is the 50k challenge account. Let's pull up the metrics on this. As you can see, it's only been trading for 1 day. At one point today I was in drawdown $428, though I stood by my strategy. I knew there was a drawdown. It's just the timing of the market. You're never going to get in and it always just drop or rise in the direction you want it to go. You'll often, if you're on a short, which I was, you know, get draw down to the upside before it goes in the direction you've predicted. So it's just timing. If I had entered the market, you know, an hour later, I would have had no drawdown. So just at the time I entered the market, I had some drawdown, and then pretty much for the rest of the day, it has done pretty well. Well, not the rest of the day. It was about 3 hours going, 3 hours in drawdown, and then in the last 2 hours, the price tanked in my direction and brought me back into profit. It's still, in fact, dropping. If I'd stayed in, I would have been more than I had got, but I hit the target or thereabouts that I was looking at. Plus, I'm hitting some resistance. It's a heavy price action area, so you could certainly see a reversal of this. So I cut my losses and took my profit at nearly 1%. So let me show you that. Here today it was 474 and 12 in profit. One trade. We can see here I've taken one trade on this account. Lot size was 3.4, and so I've got 100% win rate. Yay for me. And as you can see, it was a sell on Euroshift, and my profit was 484.22. So just a kick. Obviously it looks a wee bit less than that because you have your commission to pay. So 484 was my actual trading profit, so nearly 500, i.e. 1%, just under 1%, just shy 1%. That's like 0.97%. I was quite happy with that, to be honest. If I'd stayed in another, you know, even 4 or 5 minutes, I could have just been over that and certainly got to the 1%. So I'm happy with that. Day one, if I can make 1% a day and minimum 10 days, so 1% a day for 10 days, there's your 10%, you can pass the challenge. I'm not being greedy. I may get days where, you know, typically I have a 1 to 1.5 minimum to, well, 1 to 1 minimum. I'm looking for ideally a 1 to 1.5 or a 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio to enter a trade. I won't enter unless I feel there's at least a 1 to 1 on the table. But if I can grow by 1% a day, great. If you get occasional day where you go up by 1.5 or 2%, even better. But 1% a day for 10 days and you've passed the challenge. So I'm not being greedy, I'm being choosy. I'm looking for the setups that work and look good. You can see, if I just quickly flick back to the demo account that I was trading up to this morning. If you look at the win rate, 90.91%, so 91% win rate. with an average risk to reward of 4.18, and a profit factor of 41.83, but 91% win rate on this strategy. So again, this is, I'm using the same strategy now on, I'm just trying to repeat what I did here, basically. You know, I've got over 10% in 8 days with, you can't argue with that, 91% win rate. So out of 11 trades, 1 small loser and 10 winners. I'm in a good place. What can I say? My trading, I'm really happy with my what I'm looking for, my trade setup. I'm happy with when to enter a trade. I'm still, to be honest, not disciplined on when to exit a trade. I could have stayed in that trade today, and quite possibly my initial profit target was 1 to 1.75, so I could have made 1.75%, but I closed it out at 1 just because I didn't like the price action. I'll show you this trade now. Let me pull it up for you. I just need to switch screens here. So this was the trade I took, so you can see, let me zoom in a bit to it for you. You can see there was a bit of drawdown, absolutely a bit of drawdown here. Entered the trade here, we drew down, so that was me down $430 at that point. So yeah, but I'd set my stop loss high enough, and again, my stop loss was set specifically at a specific place and for a reason. Again, watch yesterday's video if you haven't seen it already. That explains my strategy. I'm not going to go over the whole strategy again today. Though it's a very, I promise you, it's a very, very simple strategy, and I think that's the key. You know, I think I've overcomplicated it, and if I got one of the key rules of life, certainly for trading, if not life, which is KISS, keep it simple, stupid. And I was being stupid, and I wasn't keeping it simple. So I've simplified it down. I've simplified down my trading strategy. I've simplified down what constitutes an entry, and I've simplified down the way I think about the market. And you cannot argue with these results. You can't argue with 8 days of trading looking like that. As I said in yesterday's video, you know, if I can replicate this on a challenge account, I'll pass the challenge. It's as simple as that. You know, who wouldn't be happy with that? This was the demo account, but who wouldn't be happy with that if it was the challenge account, or the verification account, or if they were funded, or it's your own personal live account? Who wouldn't be happy, you know, seeing a sea of green like that? Okay, the numbers may be bigger, and some people, if you're already trading, you know, $400,000, you're going to laugh at these numbers. But on a smaller 50k account, you know, try to stay within the restrictions specified by FTMO to make sure you're not going to go over maximum daily loss, etc. You know, there are restrictions in place, and sticking within those restrictions, I think I've done pretty well on that demo account, absolutely. And could not be more over the moon with it. Oh, I don't need to go out to the client area, do I? I can just click that. Yeah, I can. Oh, that's a wee shortcut for you. That's good. So we can see this was today's trade. 474 is my balance now after the commission. The actual trade was 480 to 432, so a kick in the ass of 1%. Could not be happier with that at all. Let me flick back to this screen here. Right, so this was, actually I don't know if I showed you this. So this was my trade. I hope I showed you this. I hope I flicked to the screen a few moments ago. If I didn't, this is it now. So this is my trade. There was drawdown. We've come into profit and I closed my trade. It's actually got a bit of retracement now, which is why I got out, to be honest, with the price action that there is here and over here, to be honest, as well. And it was really playing in this area. It just broke below, but it was stalling out, so I decided to close the trade with pretty much 1% profit. So that's that. I do have a Telegram group. I've been speaking to a few people this morning. Showed them when I entered the trade. If I scroll back somewhere back here, there we are. So this is when I entered the trade. So this was this morning. So you can see where it was when I entered. I did have that drawdown, and then we've gone into profit. And as you see, my initial risk to reward was 1 to 1.75 down here, though I took my profit at 1% in this area up here because I saw it stalling out. That was the trade setup I took as I took it. I discussed with my fellow traders in the Telegram group why I took the trade. They've been watching the video, a few of them are following my strategy, and hopefully we'll get on well with it. I've just posted obviously what I did, saying that I bailed it for 1% profit on the 50k challenge account, and gave a screenshot of when I got it. You can see it was stalling, it had dropped a bit, it was coming back up. I didn't like the price action area. I was happy to take the 1%. Day one of my FTMO challenge, you know, if I can finish every day 1% up, and that's what went through my head at that moment. Perhaps I should have stayed in. It may still drop and hit this target. I feel it probably will. The stochastic, as you can just see here above my head, is still coming down. So I think you know, it may drop down. I could have made 1.75. Me personally, discipline on when to not to enter a trade. I know when to enter a trade. It's when to exit a trade. I've seen two, and I discussed this in the Telegram. I saw too many trades where, you know, in the past I've failed previous challenge accounts because you know, you're in profit and it's going your way, and even though you've got a healthy profit, you're up over 1%, 1.5%, and I'd been greedy and I thought, oh, I'm going to make 8% on this or whatever, and then it suddenly whipshawed round very, very quickly into the negative, hit your stop loss for -1%. I don't know how many times I've seen trades do that. So I must admit, I am a bit edgy on leaving trades running. That's perhaps something in my own personal discipline and courage, if you like, to stay in a trade when I should, but not stay in a trade to be greedy and get out when I should as well. It's that fine balance, isn't it? It's that point between I should get out now and take my profit, but not get out too early, and you know, you need to let your profits run, as they say. However, you know, if you're in good profit and things are stalling out and you're just being greedy when you could really get out and be happy with your profit, if you're happy with your profit, there's the key words, happy. If you're happy with your profit, be happy, get out and be happy, rather than, okay, you might get a few, you know, get another 0.5% or percent, even better, but then, you know, you would have been happy with one. If it then suddenly whipshaws around, which has done for me countless times, and suddenly goes into the negative, you might stop out for 0.25% or 0.5% loss, and you see your metrics slowly going down and down and down, because that keeps happening. So you were happy, but you didn't exit, you were greedy, you wanted more, and you end up losing. So it is that psychology of, you know, should you let your profits run, or should you get out and not be greedy? That I struggle with. I'm not going to lie, I still struggle with that at the moment. I'm not a trading guru, as I said in yesterday's video. This is my journey on what I feel now is a solid strategy. My discipline on my own personal discipline to stick to my trading strategy, my entry rules, my risk management, and trying to get a better feel of the market for when to exit. So exit as much as I can, let my profits run, but at the same point, not to a point where I'm actually just being greedy and I should really get out. So it's finding that balance that I must admit, I'm tweaking and I'm trying to get sorted out in my head and in my trading strategy. So the link to my Telegram will be in the link below this, the description below this video, as it was in yesterday's video. Also, as a couple of tools I use, that I've got this my FX book, Forex Calculator. It's completely free. Choose your pair. I was Euro Chef. Your currency, your account balance, your percentage, your stop loss, say 14 pips, calculate, and it gives you the lot size down here. That's it there. Okay, so for example, now that I'm up, say 1%, that's now 1,500, and just say I take another short right now, and my stop loss, based on what I can see, my stop loss is, I don't know, 25 pips. Calculate, it'll tell me to take a lot size of 1.9. Set my stop loss when I enter a trade at 25 pips. I can only lose with 1.9 lot size, 505, because obviously it's slightly higher now. You're compounding your losses, but you'd also compound your wins. So if you're on a 1-to-1, you'd win 505, and a 1-to-2, you'd win 1,010. So you're compounding your losses, but you can compound your wins. And obviously, if I can get up to, just say I've grown the count by, let's say I've grown it by 10%, so we're at 55,000. Similar setup, 25 pip stop loss, but you can see now I can take a 2 lot size with a 25 pip stop loss, and you can see my profit or loss on a 1-to-1 would be 550. So that's how that works, dead easy. Also the currency strength meter. When I first sit down in the morning, I'll look at this website. It's on livecharts.co.uk. I just come here and I look at these major pairs here, and I see what's looking strong, what's looking weak. So look at GJI, the pound yen. So let's look at the pound yen. So I would simply come back to my trading view, pull up my my market list. Just say we're looking, I'd look at, say for example, GJI, GU, because obviously the strongest should be the strongest currency, i.e. the strongest trend you can get. It would be one strong currency against one weak currency. You might find that this is a ranging market if I was to trade against these two, but trading this against this, you'd expect to see a rising market, pound stronger than the dollar or stronger than the yen. So coming back to here then, I'd quickly look at the ones I feel might be trending first. I'm only interested in getting into trending markets. By the way, if you had got into that trade, you'd actually be in profit at the moment. Right, so let's have a look at GJI first. So GJI, what do we expect to see based on this? The fact that the pound is strong, the yen is weak. We'd expect to see the market trending up. What do we see? Fandabidoze, market's trending up. Yeah. So this is obviously one I've looked at before. You can see we're potentially looking for a retracement here. So what I would be doing here is looking at, I still like this area here for a potential pullback on a rising market. As the market is, and are we right, is it trending up? Yeah, I mean overall, if I scroll out, this is just 1 hour. You don't have to go into the 4 hour daily. Look at that. What are we in? Clearly it's an uptrending market. I will quickly run through. I wasn't going to, but you can watch yesterday's video for more. But very, very quickly show you this trading strategy. So we can see we're an uptrending market. We can see that the pound is much stronger than the yen still, so we'd expect that trend to continue. What am I looking for? I want to trade in line with the trend after a pullback, ideally to a key level of support resistance. So you see this acted as resistance broke through, it should come back, hopefully act as support. We've got the 50 EMA acting as a dynamic rather than static, a dynamic, in this case it would be support line hopefully. I'd put on my Fibonacci from the move, from the low here that started the move that broke the previous price action structure, which is here. So this move started here, and at the moment it may go higher, but at the moment we can see that if we get a pullback here now, we get a pullback to say into this level. So this would be us in this price action zone, and it's in the 61.8, so it lines up beautifully with the fib. We know we're in a strong trending market. For entry, I'm simply at this point, if this does come down, I would expect that the this is I say a standard stochastic. I should have mentioned yesterday, though it's at 14 period rather than the standard 5 that TradingView normally puts on. So what would I hope to see? Perhaps this has come back down into what I would call oversold conditions. Perhaps like here, you're starting to see a cross to the upside. I'd wait for that cross. Hopefully that cross is going to happen while we've got the price at the 61.8, while we've got the price in this price action zone. Perhaps we've got the 50 EMA has perhaps come up to this level as well. So again, acting as a further point of support. So you'd have the dynamic support line, the 50 EMA. You'd have your price structure zone area acting as support. You'd have the 61.8 fib acting as support, and you'd have hopefully at that point a crossover. That's my whole philosophy, and as you can see, it has done me really, really well. I could not be happier. I'll put a link to the description of both the position size calculator and the strength meter in the description of this video. I'll put the links, I should say, along with the link to my Telegram group, free Telegram group. There's no money. I'm not ever going to ask anybody for any money. I'm not selling any courses. This is my journey. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. I want to eventually become a full-time trader, and this is my journey to that end and what I'm doing to get there. If you like it, follow along. If you can improve, let me know. If you can improve on what I'm doing, let me know, absolutely, and I'll improve my strategy. Likewise, you know, we can feed off each other and learn off each other. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do here. So all the links are in the description below, to the strength meter, to the position size calculator, to my Telegram. In my Telegram, it's just generally like we're doing, you know, pretty much, you know, chatting away, except for it's a bit more two-way, which is fantastic. I will be putting any trades that anything I'm thinking about. I'll be putting any trade setups I'm considering. I'll put them into the Telegram. If I take a trade, I'll take a snapshot as I enter the trade and put that in the Telegram. And when I exit the trade, an honest result of whether that trade was a winner or a loser. And if you want to discuss my trading strategy, ethos or philosophy to improve what you're doing, then great. That's what I'm trying to do, and nothing more and nothing less. So with that being said, I will leave this video here. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, enjoyed the content. If you have, if you could do me a solid, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Hopefully more people could then benefit from this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and you'll get more content. I will try, well, I should be releasing content every day, every trading day at least, to show you what has happened to me that day on my FTMO account, whether that was a win or whether that was a losing day. I will be honest and transparent and just try and develop my strategy even tighter if I can to eventually pass the FTMO challenge, which I have been unsuccessful of twice in the past. But as you saw, I had a number of trial accounts over the last few months, and I've just been battering different trading strategies. Hopefully you've enjoyed this. I will go now. Thank you. If you bared this out this long, congratulations, well done, and I hope you've enjoyed the content. Good luck and success with your own trading endeavours. I'm more than happy if you comment to this video or any of my videos. I always try and reply to all my comments so we can start a dialogue. If you really want to get into dialogue, join my Telegram. It's completely free. Links in the description below, and we can talk more, and hopefully all learn from each other. So thanks very much. Have a great day, and I will hopefully catch you tomorrow.